How does moisture affect the growth in bread mold?
Our hypothesis was that the slice of bread that has the wetter environment will have more mold growth.
Mold is a microscopic fungus that causes food spoilage.
Bread mold is a fungus that has most success in warm, moist environments.
Mold can reproduce and spread rapidly if the conditions favor the mold. In this experiment, we tested if adding slight amount of moisture would cause the bread mold to grow more rapidly.
This idea for the experiment came from seeing food left in the refrigerator for too long and seeing mold grow over time. In the procedure, the first trial of the experiment, we put the bread in bags in my garage so we could isolate the variables. When they were in the bags, they were cut off from air, had no light, and were in a cold environment. In the end, the garage was a bad place for the bread because of the cold, no air, no sun environment.
Procedure of the second trial of our experiment, we kept the bread also in a garage. This garage was during a heat wave where temperatures reached around 88 degrees to 90 degrees. We kept this in the garage for a 6-day period.
During this heat wave period, temperatures reached 90 to 80 degrees over the weekend. My garage doesn't have a lot of ventilation. This caused the heat to stay in my garage for a longer period of time.
Keeping one piece of bread here, another here, and another under here in a covered area where no light can get to it. I'll show those in the photos.
The bread was placed in bags after the first day and sprayed with 6 sprays of water in the bags that included moist to provide a moist environment. A graph chart of 53 squares was used to determine what percent of the bread was covered with mold.
6-day mold growth period, we see growth in the bagel that had warm, moist, and in the garage environments. You can see the mold growth here, and we put the chart over, we can see 5 squares are filled with mold, and there's 53 in total, which means 53 divided by 5.
What was meant to say was 5 divided by 53.
Is 0.09, so 9% of the bagel had mold growth on it. After the 6-day mold growth period, in this bagel with warm, light, and no moisture environments, we see 0 mold growth, 0 mold, 0 chart, 0 nothing.
After leaving this bread in my garage for the 6-day mold growth period, we've seen mold is developed on this bagel. We put the chart over, 3 squares are covered out of the 53, which gives us a total of 5% of this bagel being covered with mold. Bagel was no light, moisture, and warm environment.
Here's a simple bar graph explaining the growth of the mold over the 6-day period.
In the first trial of the experiment, our data did not support or deny our hypothesis due to the fact that there was no mold growth anywhere.
In the second trial of our experiment, our data did support our hypothesis due to the fact that the bread with moisture had visible mold growth.